So we have some free Britney updates.
Cool.
And I promised you guys I was going to follow this story. I am not going to let this go. I am free Britney all the way. Leave Britney alone.
Leave her alone.
But, you know, so people are looking into all this like Britney Spears era misogyny.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a video that's adjacently related that I want to watch first of David Letterman in 2013 interviewing Lindsay Lohan, which is really bizarre. Just gives like kind of the same energy, right? So here it is. Let's watch this and comment. This is 2013. I don't think anybody cared about this interview at the time, right? The thing about Lindsay Lohan, like Britney Spears, she was like just a popular media punching bag for everybody. And
but now looking back on those behaviors, it seems so wrong to do that.
It's hard to watch because you're like, wow, this is you're like, this is so obviously wrong. I just feel bad for her, frankly, but here it is.
Yeah. Now, aren't you supposed to be in rehab now?
Do you not watch anything that goes on?
I do.
Tabloid now?
Now, here's what
May 2nd.
I was.
Can you give me a little volume, Dan? Thank you.
May 2nd.
Yes.
And how long will you be in rehab?
3 months.
How many times have you been in rehab?
Several.
And how will this time be different? What are they rehabbing, first of all? What is on their list? What are they going to work on when you walk through the door?
We didn't discuss this in the pre-interview.
No.
So they do. I don't know if you know this, but on talk shows they do pre-interviews where they're like, "Oh, this is interesting. That's not interesting yet." So they have this whole pre-interview. So they like prepare something to talk about. So they just come out and be like, come out and be awkward. And so it's a little unethical, first of all, to switch it up on her like this. But the other thing is that,
well, it keeps going in on it.
I think Dave's thing, because like, listen, I like Dave Letterman. I think his thing during the late night show was always like, I'm going to ask people what everyone really wants to talk about. Because in the news, it's all about rehab. And he's like, well, all these questions are dumb. I just want to know about her rehab. But like, obviously the way he asks is not that.
But it'll be 3 months and
no, I think to be honest, I'm the happiest when I'm working and the healthiest, and I think this is an opportunity for me to, you know, focus on what I love in life, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a blessing. And
do you have addiction problems?
What did he say?
Do you have addiction problems?
She's going to rehab, dumb fuck. Wait, you could tell. Listen to the clapping. This is like right out of the break. Oh, wait.
Do you have addiction problems?
Bro, obviously. Like, what kind of question is that?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Look at his face, too. He's going like, you have addiction problems? I like Dave, you know. Maybe it's more of a statement on the time than anything.
I feel like it is it's a combination of everything. It shows what it seems like these things were kind of like more normal at that time, but it shows how awful it must have been, especially for the females.
This is a bad question, though. Do you have addiction problems? It's like, what the fuck are you talking? Do you?
now you sound like Dr. Phil.
Yeah. Is it like alcohol?
This is a late night show, not Dr. Phil, dumbass.
Much?
Yeah. We've discussed this in the past.
Oh, did we really? When did we discuss?
Well, because
I'm the one who's having the blackouts. What is that?
I'm just saying.
I ought to be in rehab, for the love of God. So now, when you go to the rehab, what do they do?
We're here for a movie.
We have to what?
Let's stay on the positive.
Oh, what?
You know what's
messed up that she's here for a movie?
Because when you agree to do a film, they include in your contract that you have to do press.
Yeah.
And so she's here probably against her will to begin with.
But also, if she's trying to promote a movie, it's messing up her career. It's like they're not going to be happy with this.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It is fucked up.
That side of the positive.
Yeah. All right. I have a list here of things that you've endured. Can I run down a few things?
Oh, can I see them first?
Yeah, go ahead. You can read them or not read them.
Okay.
Up here are the
I thought you were going to be nice.
These are the appetizers up here. These are the main courses. There's your desserts down at the bottom. Those are the jokes.
Oh. Are you okay now? It feels like people should be helping you. Do you have money saved? Therapy?
Money
Ask
saved?
yourself,
Yeah.
why always in trouble? You can't make a joke of it.
That's
so mean.
I'm not joking.
No, you're not doing that. We're not doing that.
One or two?
No, this is my show now.
So,
Well, she's a really good sport about it.
She's doing such a good job. But look, she ends up crying.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
oh, she's tearing up a little bit. God bless you.
I love you
There
too.
you go.
Oh, why is he? Wait.
It's so fucked up.
The way he like
Yeah.
patronizes her at the end. Oh, God
Totally.
bless you. The
Oh, look,
the
she's
old
tearing.
lady. Yeah. Oh, women.
Yeah. Women's are so emotional.
Again, like, I hate to go to this card, but like, if so many Hollywood dudes are such fucking shit shows, and he doesn't grill them like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. What do I know? Maybe he does. What do I? I'm not a David Letterman expert. But I'll tell you this about Britney. The Britney conservatorship, they gotta like streamline that word. Conservatorship.
Just for you.
I just feel like they need to streamline it a little bit.
Does anyone else have a problem with the word?
It just feels a little.
Dan, can you say
rough.
it?
Conservatorship. Oh, I fucked it up.
See?
Conservatorship.
Word straight, Jack.
But my point about so the Britney Spears thing, dude, Kanye West is as big a fuck up as Britney Spears. You don't see anyone's coming in and taking over his fucking money.
Yeah.
Or Martin Sheen or Gary or what's the Tiger Blood guy?
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie. You don't see anyone coming in and taking Charlie Sheen's fucking estate or Gary Busey's estate. I don't think it would happen to a man.
I agree.
Kanye West is just as fucked up, if probably more fucked up than Britney Spears. Ian, would you like to be his conservator?
No, I don't want to be anybody's conservator.
Good for you. That's the right answer.
Love me, daddy.
Love me, daddy. Zazie. Anyway, we were watching this Dave Letterman interview.
That was literally like 40 minutes ago. Man.
Let's finish it.
Now, he kind of went Weasley on you and said, no, I had nothing to do with this. It was not my deal. I didn't know what was going on.
That's what I heard.
Now, did he know what was going on?
No, it wasn't supposed to happen the way that it did.
But, it looked like it was supposed to happen that way.
Oh.
It was supposed to happen. This is part of what Justin apologized for, by the way.
Well, by the way, they cleared it with somebody. Like, why are people blaming them? I mean, somebody put this together. It's a Super Bowl. Like, there's someone greenlit this.
I was reading up about it again. I mean, this was so long ago that a lot of the details were hazy for me. I guess what seems to be the consensus now, in retrospect, is that Justin and her planned it themselves.
They did it all secret.
Yes. And then they got all this backlash,
corrupting.
and so they denied it. But yeah, I mean, that's why you could kind of tell when Dave right there was saying, Justin, so he's saying he had nothing to do with this or whatever. You can kind of see on her face, it's like kind of fucked because she knows that he totally did.
Interesting. Can I play this? Do you think? Well, you can just.
I watched it. I mean, it's
I just want to know what we're talking about.
They're going to rate it, so whatever. They can just tell.
I'm going to cut the sound.
What are they
Reclaim.
going to just. What's.
Hey, it's right now.
That was weird.
That looks planned.
It was definitely.
Oh, it was definitely
Yeah,
planned.
you can't just like tear off her outfit.
Yeah, people don't plan for that. A top malfunction. I think you got to build it that way.
The lyrics also say, I'm going to have you naked by the end of this song. And then he does it.
So I think like the Senate put together like a 200-page like report like Benghazi or the 9/11 Commission. They did like that on Janet Jackson's titty. Janice Jackson, sorry.
Okay,
Jeez.
so now we know that it was obviously not a mistake because
I mean, how do
you can't just tear off a whole piece of her clothing.
like also
So, but why did Justin apologize to her?
He apologize to her? But I don't know why she got shit. She didn't do anything. He ripped her titty.
Well, they planned it together. They should both get shit for it together.
I just don't see it
Right. I
being
think that
big.
was the thing is at the time, for whatever reason, she got way more backlash than he did.
Yeah.
And that's weird.
Like Justin is always skirting out of controversy. I mean, he did the action. By the way, it's not that. It's just, maybe the times changed. I don't know, but like, it's not even her bare breast. It's covered.
It is. It's definitely a times change kind of thing. Because I agree now, by today's standards, this is like nothing.
But I guess during the Super Bowl, you got like 100 million people and kids and all these Christians who are like, "Oh, the devil's in the titty."
And they got fined by the FCC, but for a ton of money for this for indecency.
Really? Can you tell me how much?
I think it was like, I mean, in the scheme of the Super Bowl, it wasn't a lot. I think it was like $500,000 or something. But I think at the time it was the largest fine that had ever been issued for indecency.
Dude, our country is such a shithole where this is like a big scandal. I mean, really. Burn.
I mean, they have nudity all over TV in Europe and stuff.
Exactly. I remember when I went to Germany, there was like titties on the TV. I was like, what the fuck? There was like hardcore porn at night.
They were very conservative.
I was like, what? It's titties.
Titties.
You know? 550 Thowey. That's not a big deal.
It was 325,000 actually, so less than that even.
So anyway, yada yada yada.
It's just a loan.
It's man, this is a fucking shit show of an episode. I don't even know why we're here. I forgot. Okay, so anyway, we were talking about Free Britney.
Right. So yeah, Justin made an apology.
Okay, yeah, Justin Timberlake apologized to Britney. He said,
also said to Janet in the same apology.
Janet, I was like, oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. Yeah,
and that's why I was asking why did
it's like, bro, a little fucking late to apologize to Janet. Like, holy shit, bro. So here's his post. God, I'd love to read the comments. Has he been erasing comments, I wonder? It took you 17 years for this? That's the top comment. Yeah, it's like a little late for Janet. Yeah. I've seen the messages, tags, comments, and concerns, and I want to respond. I am deeply sorry for the times in my life where my actions contributed to the problem, where I spoke out of turn or did not speak up for what was right. I understand that I fell short in these moments and in many others and benefited from a system that condones? Benefited from a system that condones? Oh, like, I see. Misogyny and racism. I specifically want to apologize to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson both individually because I care for and respect these women and I know I failed. I also feel compelled to respond in part because everyone involved deserves better and most importantly because this is a larger conversation that I wholeheartedly want to be a part of. The industry is flawed. It sets men, especially white men, up for success. It's designed this way. As a man in a privileged position, I have to be vocal about this. Because of my ignorance, I didn't recognize it for all that it was while it was happening in my own life, but I did not want to ever benefit from others being pulled down again. I have never been perfect in navigating all of this throughout my career. I know this apology is a first step and doesn't absolve the past. I want to take accountability for my own missteps in all of this, as well as part of a world that uplifts and supports. I care deeply about the well-being of the people I love and have loved. I can do better and will do better. Why did he apologize to Janet?
I'm reading about it. So it seems like for her it was super awful and humiliating experience that resulted in her being banned from the Super Bowl.
Huh.
And he just kind of like went off with no punishment or anything. It just didn't affect him.
I mean, that is so messed up because like, but if you look at, he's the one that like.
I think that's what he's saying. I don't think he's apologizing specifically for the action of doing it. He's apologizing for not
standing up for her. Yes, basically, yes. She got and
just being like, "Yo, I was part of this too." Like,
okay, but let's assume that what they said was true, that it wasn't meant to go down like that. So basically, what they're saying is, yeah, I just essayed her. He went and grabbed her boob and pulled her top off. Like, I'm sorry. And somehow,
and I know watching it, it's like absurd, but at the time they were just playing it off that it was a mistake.
Oh no, I was just going to tap her shoulder and say, "Good work."
Keep in mind too, I believe this was like pre video sharing sites. I don't think YouTube existed at the time. It wasn't being rebroadcast.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so it's kind of a different time. They were able to sort of memory hole it because people just saw it live and that was it.
So a lot of people, I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of people attribute the creation of YouTube to this event because the creator of YouTube was looking for this video and he couldn't find it anywhere online.
That titty moment changed the whole world. And that you could even say that titty moment gave me a job in the future. It's titties. That Janet Jackson's titty gave me a fucking purpose in life. In a weird, indirect way. I'm working now. You guys are watching this podcast because of Janet's tit. Wow. It's awesome.
Titties.
It's titties. Titties.
Well,
is that true? That's really true, huh?
Yeah, I sent an article about it before.
The founder of YouTube is a little bit of a perv or what? He just wanted to find her tit online and he couldn't?
Well, not a perv, maybe like just out of like...
Well, he's like, why can't I find this tit? And now here I am talking about it on YouTube like 20 years later. Wow, man. Wow, man.
It seems like it really affected her career at that moment. Like it was a really bad moment for her.
Eesh. I mean, that's horrible.
Yeah.
And he did Britney really dirty, dude. He did her really dirty. So anyway, there's updates on the actual Free Britney case, which I will share with you guys here today. Good news for Britney.
Leave Britney alone!
I agree. A judge decided to... He's all of us now. Isn't that so ironic?
Yeah.
We laughed, but now we're all together on this. A judge decided to deny Britney Spears' father increased power over her affairs, a rare move that could indicate diminishing faith in James Spears' fitness for the role, experts say. It appears the court lacks some confidence in the father. There must be some level of conflict and some level of confidence in the father's financial decision-making. Clearly, there's conflict. Like, what are you, fucking psychic? I mean, they've been saying it from the very beginning. She's like, please, anyone but my dad. Yeah. There seems to be a little conflict. The ruling was not a total victory for Britney, however. The court chipping away at the sole control that Jamie has enjoyed over her affairs for many, many years. He believes that this will not be over for any time soon. He will continue to oversee his daughter for some time.
You would think it would be immediate. Why is it he's going to continue to oversee her for some time?
Yeah, it's insane.
Immediate.
He should be gone, dude.
Yeah.
I do not like him.
It's like, hey, we're not sure that he's actually responsible enough, but can you please endure him for some time? It's like so vague.
Don't you think it's such a good comparison, though, that like Kanye managed to keep his estate?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
The worst part for me watching it was the part when she lost, custody of her kids.
Yeah, so sad. So sad.